Baddies Gone Wild Season 1 Episode 1, Baddie de Janeiro, and it takes place in Brazil. So this episode starts off with Natalie Nunn doing a narration, which I thought was kind of cringe, not gonna lie. Everyone wants to be a baddie. You get drama, you get chaos, there will be face-offs, physical, mental, and emotional. I was like, what are they doing here? Why are we narrating? This is weird. I thought the actual intro with all the girls, like I thought that was so cute. I love how they actually were moving, like it was an interactive intro instead of just like a photo shoot, still photos like how Baddies does it. Gloss Up or Glitter Gloss, or I think that's her name. I thought she looked the best in her intro. Like she ate that. She was so cute. And the worst, honestly, it was TT for me. Cause like, girl, what are you doing? She reminded me of like a 5-year-old girl that like just learned how to shake her hips for the first time. You know, TT was literally like this. I was like, what? This can't be serious. What is going on? So then we have Natalie meeting up with Mingly, who is 19 years old. She's Nicki Minaj's sister. And you could just tell from her personality, this is a wild and crazy girl. I think she's actually perfect for this series. She seems to have a real big personality. She seems to not care about what other people think and all that. I like the part where Ming was being honest and saying, you know, it's kind of hard to grow up in your sister's shadow, and I completely understand. It's a lot to have to deal with. You know, I'm on her side. I want to see what she has to bring. I just hope she stays authentic and doesn't feel like, you know, she has to prove something and tries to, you know, go overboard. Hopefully she don't do that. We cut to the girls getting on the buses, and the first person that we get introduced to is TT. So TT is from Minneapolis, Minnesota. TT, I think she's one of those girls that actually looks better with less makeup, because I'm not gonna lie, when they like showed her up close, it was a lot of makeup on the face. But like from far away, I was like, it's cute. I love the green, like it is cute. But I think she just needs to do less. So TT says, I used to beat bees up so bad they resorted to, and that she was going to be the ringleader. And I'm like, okay, girl, but you're like 90 pounds soaking wet. So I highly doubt that, but we shall see. So the second girl that we get introduced to is Jaden from Texas. And I noticed she had like an Arabic tattoo on her back. So I wonder what she's mixed with. But yeah, Jaden says she's the quiet girl. And honestly, she just looks so sweet and innocent. Like the way she was smiling, it's just like, and then she says that the worst thing that she ever did was someone. Oh my gosh. Like, oh my gosh. Like, but moving right along, next girl we get introduced to is Coco. Coco is from Detroit, Michigan. I thought she looked good in her red dress in the confessional. When she said like, she was like, ew, or something like that, she definitely sounded like Summer. She reminded me of Summer. So I don't know if that's like a Michigan thing. But yeah, everybody out there is like, ew, apparently. So next we get introduced to Bahati, and Bahati is from Australia. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit nervous for her because I was like, oh, American baddies are like a whole different level. I don't know if you'll be able to handle the level of ratchetness and fighting and everything that happens here, you know, because other countries are just so different. So I was kind of a little bit scared for her. I was like, I hope she survives, you know. Next, we get introduced to Hurricane M from Corpus Christi, Texas. Shout out Texas. She says she represents H-Town, which is like, are you from Corpus Christi or not? It's okay, just be from Corpus Christi. That's the place that has like the really nice beaches. But yeah, she's a smart baddie. She has a degree, so she's about to get another one on the way. I love smart baddies, so I'm kind of looking forward to see what she has to bring as well. And next we have Janelle's baby. They literally show her boxing, and she's like, I really wash. I'm like, okay, let's see. I would never personally brag about like being a fighter, because then everybody's gonna hold you up to that standard. Next we have Gloss Up. Gloss Up is from Memphis, Tennessee. Apparently she's one of the celebrity guests or the celebrity picks. She said she was in the rap industry. She's trying to rebrand. They asked her, what's the baddest thing you've ever done? And she says, y'all already know what it is. I don't have to say it. I don't know what it is. So next we have Daisy Dukes. She looks like Rolly. She acts like Rolly. I don't really know how to feel about that yet, because like we already have a Rolly, but like I'm gonna give her a chance, you know? Okay, so Daisy is from Rochester, New York, and they literally show her like slamming someone to the ground in the video. I was like, Oh my God. Next, we have Erica Raven. She literally looks like she could be like 14, turning 15, but like super pretty girl. When I first saw her, I was like, oh my God, she's like pretty in like an exotic way. She is gorgeous. She's super tall. Like she could be a model in my opinion. Like I feel like she should be walking down runways, you know, she has that look. So then the scene cuts and they're on the bus and Jaden says that she got added at the last minute, like 24 hours before she got a call to come. Immediately, Hurricane M is like, so you're a replacement. Okay. And I'm like, why are you starting with her? She's not a replacement at all. That's how shows work. When there's castings, when they pick people, not every person ends up making it. She's still an original cast member. And then the scene transitions to the other bus. You have Daisy introducing herself to everybody. She's like, I'm from New York, not New York, like Rochester, New York. When Daisy said I'm from Rochester, Janeiro was like, okay, so you're not from the real New York. Did she just try to check her? Like... But also, like, who cares? If it was me, like, I'm from Texas. If it was me and there was another girl from Texas, I'd be like, hey, what's up? We're both from Texas. You know, let's be friends. Next, we get introduced to Cupcake. Cupcake is one of the girls that I do remember from the auditions. She really stood out. Like, she was, like, beating somebody up at the auditions. And she was like, yeah, I'm Big Cupcake, Big Cupcake. So I actually remembered her. She said she's from Bay Area. Anyway, she said that the worst thing she did was she slapped someone's mom. And she ran into Walmart naked for $30K. Okay. Next, we have Oxy Pearl. Oxy Pearl is about 10 foot tall. Like, this girl is huge. I really want to know how tall she is because I know the camera always makes it look like you're bigger than what you are. But she's probably like 5'9". So yeah, she's from Cleveland, Ohio. To me, she kind of reminds me of Big Lex. I don't know if it's like the Midwest thing, but then I remember her from the auditions too. She was the one that Natalie says, Scotty with the body, but more body. That was Oxy Pearl. She looks like if she fought, like she could actually do damage, you know? And so Oxy Pearl says she's gonna be the fan favorite this season, which means that she's not gonna be the fan favorite. Let's be real. Nobody that ever says they're gonna be the fan favorite is. Let me tell you how you become the fan favorite. You can't instigate stuff. You have to be on the defense. Like, you know, you have to almost be bullied because then people want to root for you. You become the fan fave. Almost like Judy from BGC7. She was fan fave because everybody was trying to pick on her and Judy kept defending herself up until the end. Also, you got to be funny, a little ratchet, a little crazy. Like, that's how you become fan fave. It's not from just being cute, shaking ass and saying I'm gonna be fan fave. Next, we get introduced to Religies, aka Gangsta Barbie. She's another New Yorker. She's another tiny girl. Like, oh my gosh, she looks like she's about 5 foot with heels. I get a little bit nervous for the petite girls because I'm like, it's hard when you're that small trying to fight like an average 5'4" girl. So yeah, and she was talking about she was gonna beat like, girl. Next, we get Shay from Ohio. So let me tell you guys something. Shay was actually like my preseason fave without knowing anybody. Just seeing in the previews and the trailers, I was like, I think I like Shay. Let me tell you why. Because first of all, Shay had like her natural hair out and I thought like, look at her being different. She's confident. Like she's just wearing her curls. She doesn't feel like she has to always have weave in her head. It was just giving real and relatable and not this copy paste Instagram baddie 24/7. Like, you know, Shay says she's from Ohio and Detroit. She's a dancer, so that means she's strong because, like, you know, dancers, strippers, all that, they're very strong. I would not want to get into a fight with a dancer or a stripper because, like, y'all have like upper body strength. And then Shay says she's going to be the shit talking instigator. So I'm like, okay, I hope you can back it up. So I believe that's all of the girls. They're split into like 2 different vans and they're both driving to the house. So TT asks everybody, once you've seen the cast list, who'd you think would be like the most problematic girl? And it's funny because Jaden tries to speak up. Jaden, the girl who was just added 24 hours ago, is like, I think, and they look at her, they're like, girl, you wasn't even on the list. Like, hush. Just sit this one out, Jaden. Sit this one out. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities where you could put in your little 2 cents, okay? So apparently Jaden and Hurricane M know each other, which makes sense earlier why Hurricane M immediately called her a replacement, okay? Because I was like, why is Hurricane M hating? They got into a fight years ago because Jaden Jaden's white mom was saying the N-word and Hurricane M didn't like that. And she said that she was gonna fight her mom, and Jaden lied and said that her mom was cousin, but she didn't end up fighting her mom. She ended up fighting Jaden, I guess. It was years ago. And I kind of figured, like, is this the reason why they decided to add Jaden at the last second? Like, I think they were looking at the cast list and they were like, Hurricane M needs somebody that she can go up against. Who does she beef with? Like, and they found like Jaden. They're like, boom, let's get her. I don't know. I'm just saying. It was just so weird. Why are you guys fighting about something that happened 2 years ago? It's done and over with. Jaden actually gets up and starts swinging on Hurricane M first. So yeah, Hurricane M just like has her hair and she will not let go. By the end of that little tussle, Jaden was bleeding in her mouth a little bit. So it kind of seemed like Hurricane M got the best of you, Jaden. But, you know, it was just like a tussle. So it was kind of hard to tell. And Jaden was like, I just got my veneers cleaned or something. That's why my teeth are bleeding. Apparently that's the thing. Okay, the next scene we have Cupcake, who's asking Oxy Pearl.
Why you laughing at me, bitch? Why you laughing at me, bitch? I have one question. What's one question? Are y'all laughing at me?
That's literally what it reminded me of. So apparently Oxy Pearl was on a live with Smiley. Apparently Cupcake and Smiley have beef and Oxy Pearl was like laughing, I guess. So yeah, Cupcake was trying to low-key check her. I like Oxy Pearl because I think she was like, you trying to check me right now? Like, I think trying to fight somebody over laughing is really dumb. But second of all, like, you gonna pick Oxy Pearl? She's like 10 foot tall. Like, girl. So why does it not surprise me that Cupcake and Smiley have beef? It's like, you guys look the exact same. For me, I would have been like, you look like me. We have similar vibes. Let's be friends. But of course, this is Baddies. So like, anybody that's similar to you, you can't be cool with, right? So yeah, I'm not surprised they have beef. Next scene, we have Shay being so disappointing. Okay. Shay, this was so disappointing. So Shay gets up and she says she feels disrespected because of the celebrity picks and audition picks. And she feels like they didn't have to work as hard as she did to get on the show. They didn't have to go through what she went through. And I was just like, oh gosh, no, please, no. This literally is Jocelyn's Cabaret, Texas, where all of the girls were turning their back on Hennessy and Rosé because they got to join the house later and didn't have to go through the auditions process. Like literally it's the exact same thing. And nobody liked the girls for doing that. Like it made everybody team Hennessy and Rosé. So like Shay, you're just putting yourself in a really unlikable position by taking this stance. But like, I'm still gonna give you a chance because I like you. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Everyone has a different spawn point in life and it's not fair, but such is life. Life isn't fair. Some people are going to get in for free. Some people are going to have to pay. So Glitter Gloss literally says, do you feel some type of way about me? Because she's one of the celebrity picks. And then Shay backtracks immediately and she's like, no, not you. Or she was like, I know you, so it doesn't apply to you. What does it matter if you know her or not? You know, like I don't know her. So you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's just kind of weird. But yeah, anyways, all the girls are kind of getting on Shay and they're like, you know what? That's not our fault that we didn't want to have to wait in line for 10 hours. Like that's your fault. And Shay literally says, I didn't wait in line. I went straight to VIP. Hello. You just contradicted what you just said, girl. You didn't have to wait in that line, the 10-hour line. You just went straight to VIP. You kind of got it the easy way as well. It just wasn't as easy as the other girls. I still like you. I want to give you a chance. But then Shay is like, she's getting kind of rowdy and she's like clapping in Daisy's face like, I said what? And Daisy literally pulls a, don't put your hands in my face like Erica BGC9.
You got a problem? Don't put your hand in my face. I just said don't put your hand in my face.
Daisy just immediately boop, boop, boop. Like she hits her so fast and like knocks to the floor. I felt so bad. I was like, geez, like within 2.5 seconds, Shay, I know you weren't ready, but like you put yourself in her face. So you should have expected that she was going to try to hit you. Like, come on. Okay. Then all of a sudden we have the next scene. TT is saying to Bahati that your wig is kind of big. Let me help you. Then Rella tries to co-sign on on that. And she like takes off her scarf and she's like, put this on your head, put this on your head. And Bahati says something to her, like, but she's basically like, no, I don't want that. I'm like, yeah, I'm with Bahati. Like, you guys aren't really trying to help me. You're trying to make fun of me, and that's not cool. So I completely understood why Bahati felt that way. But she literally gets offended by that. Does that even make sense? How are you gonna get offended that somebody doesn't want your scarf? Like, Rella is literally like, you don't want my scarf? What? Boom. Like, what? She just starts swinging on Bahati and they just start fighting. They went 2 rounds. The first round I'm gonna give to Rella G just because she snuck Bahati, kind of caught her off guard, so she got like some hits in. But the second round, Bahati completely took that. And oh my gosh, Rella's face, oh, I would have been so angry. Her face was all scratched up. Oh my gosh. Also, in the middle of Rella and Bahati fighting, TT literally tries to sneak Bahati twice. So immediately I'm like, okay, how are you and Rella friends already? Like, didn't you guys just meet? What is going on? Why are you fighting for her? Why are you trying to jump in and sneak Bahati? Why? The Bahati, when she was in her confessional, she was like, how does it feel? First of all, Bahati's confessionals are so good. And I think her accent just makes everything like so much funnier. She was like, how does it feel? How does it feel when you wake up and see my autograph on your face? Like, oh my God, I was dying. Next, we have Daisy Dukes and Shay. They fight again. You couldn't even see Shay. She was like off camera. So I don't know. All you see is Daisy swinging. You couldn't even see Shay. So then you have Janellis trying to walk up to Shay and fight her about the celebrity comment, because I think Janellis is also one of the celebrity picks. So she didn't appreciate that comment. She wants to fight too. And Shay kind of hits her and they both fall. They go 2 rounds. And I'm not going to lie, it kind of looked like Shay won, which is pretty embarrassing, because how are you gonna walk up to somebody and then lose? And the thing is, you said you were the fighter. Oh my gosh, that's why I said I would never say that, just in case if you lose, you don't want to look stupid, and you did. Okay, so this next scene, we have Bahati trying to sit down and TT like blocks her. She puts her leg out and she's like, no, you're not sitting next to me. Why? Because her wig was big? This why you don't like her? What? Make it make sense. You're just trying to fight for no reason because you think this is Baddies and you have to fight. That's not what people like. We like fights that actually have some substance to it. Poor Bahati's fighting for her life right now. She is just going through it. TT starts fighting her. It's kind of hard to say like anybody won that. Maybe TT, I don't know. You can't really see. Happens too fast. I'm just proud of Bahati because she's not letting these American baddies, like, you know, scare her. She's standing her ground, you know. So then we have Daisy, and Daisy comes up with the slogan, wild bees take shots, which is like their rendition of Baddies shot o'clock. I do still like Baddies shot o'clock a little better, but you know, wild bees take shots. It's cute too. In the next scene, you have Rella G's. I think she was like saying like beaten ass in Brazil, and Bahati looks at her and she's like, you mean getting your beat in Brazil? Like, Bahati always has the best comebacks. She's funny. I like Bahati already. You guys trying to bully her is what made me like her. Rella is trying to like mock Bahati's accent and she's trying to laugh like her, like but like it's not funny, and literally nobody on the bus was laughing. If you're gonna mock someone, at least be funny. Like when nobody laughs, it's just awkward. Finally, we get to see the house, and this house is amazing. It's like the best house that Zeus ever had. Crazy big, crazy beautiful. It's like in the mountains. It has the best view. There's a day club on the roof. There's a swimming pool. I mean, these girls pretty much have it all. And then they also have like the BGW logos all over the house. So it was definitely giving a little bit of BGC vibes. So then they're all standing outside of the house. Natalie's like trying to get them together. And as Bahati is putting her stuff down, TT sneaks her and hits her. Boo! Why are you sneaking? If you are not scary and you're this big bad wolf that you say you are, why are you sneaking her? This is like your 3rd time. This whole next scene is just fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. It's crazy. So Rella G and Bahati fight again. Rella G was swinging, but Bahati kind of like slammed her into the concrete, and that shit looked like it hurt because it was like the part of the concrete that kind of meets with the sidewalk, like that little hump. Ow! Like she slammed her into that. My back felt it I was like, oh my gosh, ouch. But yeah, and then you have Janelle's and Shay are fighting, which the camera barely caught that. And they went another round. The security kind of like got in the way, but low-key, it looked like Shay was gonna have the upper hand there. Next fight, we have Hurricane M, and she runs up on Jaden again, beats her up again. At this point, I'm like, okay, just stop, because you know, you already beat her up on the bus, you beat her up outside of the house. If you keep going at it, you're gonna kind of look like a bully. She's obviously not the best fighter, so just let this one go. Like, you know, put it to rest. And then I think in the midst of all that, I think TT tries to run up again and sneak Bahati in the back of her head. Funny because Natalie's outside of the house and she's like, okay, y'all are doing too much now. This is a nice neighborhood. Everybody gather your stuff and let's go inside. And Bahati's like, I ain't picking up shit. And she runs up and she sneaks Rella. I'm against sneaking and all that, but at this point, between Rella and TT, you guys have snuck her so many times that this was actually well deserved. You guys were in the wrong because y'all was trying to make fun of her hair. If you really wanted to help her, you wouldn't do all that. You would have said it off camera. You wouldn't have literally said it on camera for everybody to hear. You were trying to make fun of her. Just keep it real. Finally, they get into the house. They go upstairs. You know, they run through the house. Everything's so nice, so beautiful. They go, I think, like all the way up to the day club area. You see the neighbor hanging outside of their house, and she starts yelling at them. And apparently, she's telling them like, no yelling, no drinking, no being loud. I'm like, who is she? Where did this random Karen come from? Like, do you guys have Karens in Brazil? What is going on? So Natalie says that there will be no sneaking, and they're trying to like have some house rules, I guess. So the girls say, and also no spitting, no biting, no jumping. And it cuts to Bahati's confessional, and Bahati's like, rules aren't made to be broken, and I'm breaking all of them. I fight dirty. And I was like, okay, well, you just admitted that you fight dirty, so we'll come back to that at the end. I think she's just so funny. She's effortlessly funny. She doesn't even have to try hard. Like, a lot of these girls are trying hard and they're doing too much. Natalie announces that there's gonna be a 50K prize. Woo! I just kind of will like make everything a little bit more intense, you know, bring the drama. So finally, Natalie introduces everybody to Mingly. So she walks in with her crazy self yelling. And it's funny because she's looking out, oh, y'all are so pretty, but what happened to y'all's faces? She's looking like everybody got scratches, wigs are off, eyelashes torn, and I noticed of all the girls, Daisy immediately goes up and she hugs her. So it's very much giving Daisy is not a hater. Some of the girls, like Hurricane M, I believe, I don't know why, she like in her confessional, she was like, what are you here to do? I gotta watch out for you. My head is on a swivel. Like, what do you have beef with her? Like, is there something I don't know about? So then TT and Bahati fight again. And I'm not gonna be biased. It did look like TT was kind of winning in the beginning. So in the middle of them fighting, Ming starts to sing Kumbaya, my lord. Maybe that was funny for y'all. It wasn't funny for me. It was just cringe. It was cringe. And I was like, please stop, please stop, please stop. And she just kept going. She kept going. She kept going. And I was like, oh my God, it's a little cringe. It's a little cringe. So everybody's claiming that Bahati tried to bite TT. And Bahati immediately says, no, I wasn't trying to bite her. I wasn't trying to bite her. Now, Bahati, let's rewind to the confessional where you said rules are made to be broken and I'm gonna break them. I fight dirty. I believe you did try to bite her. You admitted that you fight dirty in your confessional. All of a sudden, I don't know what happens, but Daisy hits Cupcake in the back of the head because she said Cupcake tried to jump in the fight. But yeah, she said that Cupcake was trying to hit Bahati. I'm like, why does everybody have a problem with Bahati? You guys literally are making this the Bahati show. Literally, everybody against Bahati. That's how you get a fan favorite. So then Coco and Daisy start fighting at the end. I don't know for what, but it kind of cuts off. In the next episode preview, we see Rella G and Bahati fight again. I'm kind of already over it. Like, how many times does Bahati have to whoop you, girl? Like, just sit down. And all for what? You were in the wrong. I would love to see her actually be like, I was in the wrong. I'm sorry for that. I bet you like so many people would end up liking her, but she won't. we know she won't because she's a follower. Her and TT have this little like click going. And then you have TT and Cupcake showing that they got the master bedroom. The master bedroom thing, by the way, was totally put in to cause drama because Natalie was like, there's one master bedroom. Y'all gonna have to figure it out. And she was also like, there's no friends in the Baddies house. Like, it's like, okay, you don't even need to say all that. They're gonna fight. There's gonna be drama. You don't have to say that. But yeah, then they show Shay and Ming making out in the pool in the hot tub, and then they go to a club and Bahati and Cupcake are fighting over a room, I guess. I don't really know. I thought that it was really good. It was giving some BGC vibes, but also it kind of has its own thing, which like that's what I want. I want it to kind of be its own thing. I don't think we need another carbon copy cut of BGC. Like, we just say that because it's nostalgic for us, but let's be real, like BGC it had a lot of things that were not very good. Good first episode, and I'm excited to see more.